So hello guys, today I will show you what I am actually buying right now. So with right now, this is the coins I mostly bought yesterday, and some of them I bought tomorrow morning, today morning. I think this is urgent because we saw this dip on Bitcoin. Altcoins went down nicely, and this is the perfect buying opportunity, really. And I say this often, but those who fake the dump doesn't deserve the pump. It's that simple. You need to be here when the market dumps, elsewhere you cannot be here when the market pumps. It's that simple. So what I'm looking at is mostly infrastructure. So if we take a look at Ronin, I think this has a perfect buying opportunity. At this box, we touched it, and since then it has done nicely, but Ronin hasn't really moved that much yet. But I think it's mostly because of the gaming hype hasn't started yet, but it will. I'm really convinced that it will. And probably it will start at the end of this bull market or the alt season, like at a later stage, I think. But that's why you want to get involved with Ronin right now. Because when the gaming takes off, then it's already too late. You need to be here before everything pumps. For example, with meme coins, when meme coins are in hype, you should be there before everything went up. You should be here before AI agents blew up. Now is the time to be here before gaming will blow up. Right? So I think Ronin is a clear outperformer. It has crazy pumps, it cools down, it has crazy pumps, it cools down, and whenever gaming hype starts, this will have another crazy pump. I think it's obvious that when gaming once, this was as well, and really hard, really hard. And if you're looking at product wise, Ronin is really the gaming chain. It has Axie, it has pixels, Ronin isn't. Forecast other I'm looking at, for example, Superverse. Like if you take a look at Superverse, I think Superverse is, if you're convinced that gaming will do good, Superverse is a must-have. But honestly, not at these prices. I bought here. We are now at $1.20. I sold my stuff and bought right here. As I said, we're now at $1.20. So there is going to be guys who will dump on you. You will be exit liquidity if you buy the top, right? This is basically the top area. Wait until it cool downs. Like if you get to the 56.8, this is really a perfect buying opportunity, and I will stack up hard on Superverse. But even if you buy now, yes, I am convinced when gaming takes off, this will fly. Because when gaming took off in 2023 or 2024, we saw this move happen. So of course, when gaming will take off, this will run hard. Yes, this will be an outperformer. I'm going to tell you that. Because this was overall an outperformer on the altcoin market. Even it doesn't matter if it's gaming or not. This is simply an outperformer. You can see it. All the altcoins during this time where Bitcoin had this range for half a year, the altcoins did this basically. Went up, or went down. Look what Superverse did. Went up and stayed strong and held the support. Really good. Really, really good. And also from the lows, man, this is so strong. Like you want to get involved with the strong projects. It's always like this. But then I feel like buying it so high, really. If you don't have any position right now and you want to get involved with Superverse, I would say get in with 20% of what you want to allocate into Superverse and simply DCA on the way to the downside. Because I can see this going to $5 easily. I don't see why not. But as I said, or I would say now, there are better opportunities right now. For example, Ronin, like I said. I think Ronin has more upside to come. And when gaming starts off, this will run. It's simple. So the second thing I am buying, or I bought yesterday, and I bought this morning, is Prime. So if we take a look at Prime, it's been a clear outperformer. It has the gaming narrative, it has the AI narrative. I think gaming is set to a really explosion. Really, like, this was a clear outperformer. it did over 20, it did a 23x. It outperformed Bitcoin hard. It cooled off. This was a perfect buying opportunity inside the range I marked here with the green box as support and the purple box as resistance. We broke out of this range. We had a retest, and it looks like we're having a second retest right now. And if we go here, touch this purple box, which we almost did, that's where I get in. This is a perfect buying opportunity, really. And I said, you want to stick with the strong ones. You want to stick with the outperformers. Prime is an outperformer. Prime is an outperformer. Super is an outperformer. You're seeing when the game thinks of Ronin as an outperformer. So what am I looking at now? So if you look at ChangeGPT, you're already seeing it. It had a crazy pump today. A pump of 60% today. So I'm regretting it right now that I didn't upload this video this morning because this was my plan. I wanted to film this morning because then you would maybe have a chance to buy this low, how I did. But I mean, I stacked up this range. Then we had this news and this good exposure to the upside. This is where I knew, yes, this is set to really good prices. So I bought this retracement to the downside. I waited for this week of this lows, which we got. I got right here involved. This ChangeGPT is right now my second largest position, which my largest position being CDFI, which I will cover after this. So the reason for that is basically it's AI, and more important is a launchpad. So launchpads are going to be the hardest outperformers. That's my statement. Launchpads are going to be the hardest outperformers this alt season, just because people want to get involved with new projects, and that's possible with launchpads like ChangeGPT, like CDFI. So CDFI and ChangeGPT are, in my opinion, the two blue chip. No, CDFI is a blue chip launchpad, but ChangeGPT gets really close in quality. Like ChangeGPT is really, really good. But I honestly wouldn't go into ChangeGPT right now. It's too high. Simply, sometimes you have to realize you missed it. And this is why I would say go in with CDFI. CDFI is one of the projects which I'm convinced of as a product because it has a launchpad, and I'm convinced of because the charts tell me. Like, if we take a look at this Elliott wave chart, we can clearly count an impulse in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. Every 5-wave move has to either be a wave 1 or a wave A. And in either of the cases, you are looking to take out the high, the all-time high, which sits at $18. And from here until the all-time high, it's already at 10x, right? So it's an obvious 10x. Why wouldn't you go into this? Because you want to go for the 100x? Get a gamble. But this is the minimum target, the all-time high. I think we're going higher than that. My target would actually be the $33, the 1.618. If we from here go there, it's already almost at 20x. That's pretty nice. Really, really nice. So we also have an internal count. We have to count this from the lows. We can count it input to the upside in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This being the wave 1, looking for an ABC flat to the downside. And now we are currently ranging. So you cannot count an impulse from here to the upside. But as long as we are in this range, I'm accumulating. I'm accumulating this range. I'm DCAing this range because I'm convinced that once IDOs are starting to really give good rewards like they did in the first half of the cycle, CDFI will outperform. When everything did a 4 5x, CDFI did a 10x. So this is a clear outperformer when the market provides all the opportunities with IDOs. So I'm going with S fund for today. I bought this one in ChangeGPT. What I wouldn't advise you buy that because of the high prices. Then I think GPU Node AI looks like it has a good retracement. Whenever AI moves, this always has been an outperformer. It always stayed strong, and it is staying strong. I mean, it isn't really going down. It's just a little bit of ranging here. So if you go into the daily, we had this very nice sell-off. I'm going to take in that, but we have still some liquidity down here. So I have my limit orders once we break this low. I'm going to say that I have my limit orders, and I already have my I have my bag already. I think now the air is a great buy. Another thing is Decubate. Decubate is another launch pad with I think 15 mil market cap, which is very low, but it's one of the best, right? The quality is good. They don't have like this top-notch launches like Silify and ChainGPT, but they have some pretty good launches, and I honestly see the upside here. Like another thing is playable games. I would go like playable games was in this range. We are now testing this green support box again. So what we could see is sweep the lows and then turn. But I already have my bag, and I think if you don't, playable games is at a really good buying level right now. And if you then take a Nakamoto Games, this is a project which I have my bags, but I want to stack up way more once we revisit this white box right here. So Nakamoto Games has been an outperformer basically from the lows. From the lows it did a 60x or something like that. You can count a clear impulse with a 1, 2, 3, 4 and extended 5. So in this case, you would then be looking at a wave 2. We hit the 236 already, so the minimum requirement is hit, I think. I think we hit it. Let's check actually, because I have in my mind that I already checked this. Yeah, so we hit it. So the minimum requirement for a wave 2 is already met. But due to the price action of the lower time frames, basically what we have here, right? We preferably take out this low. And we have here some good support, because we had here resistance, turned down, had resistance, again resistance, and now it could turn into support. So this is an area I'm looking at. Another one is the 0.5 to the 1-to-1 extension of this range. So we have here 1-to-1. This is another area I'm looking at for Nakamoto Games. Because as I said, you want to stick with the outperformers, and this is a clearly outperformer once gaming moves. So I would also stack up Wagme Games. I think Wagme Games at this price is pretty good level. We have this huge range. I'm going to say Wagme Games price action is a little bit weird. Like we have this huge move to the upside, huge move to the downside, huge move to the upside. Now we're seeing this huge move to the downside. So I'm playing this game that you're seeing a huge move to the upside again. So I'm stacking up on Wagme Games. I think, yeah, the tower defense game is okay. It looks good. I've played it a little bit. And if you then look at Supra, we entered this target box perfectly. And we are now testing this resistance level. We held very much as support. So if we go back down, I think this will be a perfect buying opportunity for Supra. Of course, this is a more risky one because this is a new project. But this could end like as a Lana $2, honestly. So to sum it up, I'm looking at Ronin, at Prime, at S-Fund. I'm looking to get maybe some more playable games, but I would be careful with that because it's a low cap. I'm looking for Nakamoto Games. I think this has really good, really more upside to come once gaming turns around. Webme Games is looking quite good. And I think here I have, if we go to this watch list, I'm looking at Creo Engine. We saw Creo Engine taking off really, really hard. The first one, I think it did 100x or something. And it's pretty the same with Nakamoto Games. You have this trend line. We broke it to the downside. I'm looking to target this area, and then I'm in big. MK has been a outperformer in the gaming space. This gaming studio has won pretty much high, always went to the upside leg, upside. But I got some here. I placed my limit orders below this low. And like if you look at Star Atlas Polis, it's a great project, great product, great game, great graphics, but the price isn't reflecting it at the moment. And I think once gaming turns around, it will. I think this will get the hype back. So this is also a great buying opportunity, in my opinion. So that's then it for today. These icons I'm having on my watch list and I'm sticking up regularly. I hope you like it.